weekend schedule is action-packed. Pete Souza back with you here, and King McClure riding with me. King, a lot of big-time games on this schedule right here. I mean, again, the non-con games early in the season have been awesome. The one that jumps off the page at me, and I'm going to be old for a second, hang in there with me, Kelvin Sampson and John Calipari. I mean, that is a coaching matchup sent from heaven. That's an early Christmas gift, right? I'm fired up for that one. What do you make of this matchup? It's a big game. The game, by the way, let me give it its just due. Saturday at 5:30 Eastern Time on CBS at the Prudential Center in Brick City, Newark, New Jersey. What do you think?
I'm laughing because my man Pete had to ask me if he had permission to be old for a second. Pete, you're not old. I mean, you don't look old. But I guess you are old because you had to ask that question. So that just solidified your oldness. But all right, nonetheless, Houston and Arkansas, this is going to be an incredible matchup. We talked about great freshmen, right? But let's talk about a great freshman in the SEC, Darius Acuff. When you look at Acuff versus Kingston Flemings, that is going to be as good of a matchup as you will see. And the way this Arkansas team is playing, the way that they are rolling, the way that Trevon Brazile is now starting to take his game to the next level, I think that this could really go down to the wire. This could be a tough battle because in the SEC, they're physical, they're athletic. That is what this Arkansas team prides themselves on.
All right, question for you. How does Houston keep them under 90 points? Because they're averaging 90 points a game, and that won't be conducive to Houston winning the ball game if they can score 90.
It's all about controlling the tempo. And the way you control the tempo is that Arkansas loves to push the pace, all right, where Houston, slow it down, be very intentional with your offensive possessions.
Okay.
And defensively, they don't allow you to get quick looks off of the first action. Right? That's why they say they slow the game down, because now off the second and third action, you're going to have multiple looks or good looks in order to go against this Houston defense. What am I saying, Pete?
No,
I can't speak right now, right? And that's what happens when you play against this Houston defense. They get you all discombobulated. They get you in a mumbo, and you're like, oh my goodness, what am I going against? But you have to be intentional on offense in order to play against this Houston defense to succeed.
Whatever
they're not going to allow you anything easy.
I'm old. I already forgot it. So don't worry about that. All right, let's move on now. Duke and Texas Tech. This is one of those deals where it's a home game for Duke because you're in that North Jersey area. That game is going to be 8 p.m. on ESPN from Madison Square Garden. That's going to be pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm a little concerned about this Texas Tech team.
Yeah, tell me why.
I'm a little concerned because right now it's JT Toppin, Christian Anderson, and friends, if I'm just being very, very honest.
And friends.
They have to have a third option, a consistent third option, whether that be Lawan. I mean, they have a plethora of options.
Lawan Williams he's had a couple big games.
He's had some big ones, but it's not consistent.
Yes.
It's not consistent at all. But this matchup between JT Toppin and Cam Boozer is going to be absolute cinema. That is going to be one of the best front court matchups of all college basketball.
Yeah, the Texas Tech concerns. What do you think Grant McCasland's thinking right now about this team? You've played under him as an assistant coach at Baylor. What's his mindset? What's he telling these guys?
Defensively, they're not good enough. They are not good enough defensively. And if you're not good defensively, you're going to get challenged and exposed in this game against Duke because Cam Boozer will put that much pressure on you and will make you look bad. I mean, he's leading the nation in scoring for a reason.
Yeah.
He is that level of good. So defensively, if you're not locked in, because Grant McCasland prides himself on defense.
Yeah.
That's who he always has been. That's who he always will be. This team is not where they need to be defensively yet in order to stop somebody and really assert their dominance on the defensive side of things. They don't do that. Offensively is what they rely on.
Yeah, and that's how they're going to have to win if they're going to win in the Big 12. A couple other big games, Stanford and Colorado. Colorado's had a great start to the season.
Yeah.
That game is going to be 8 Eastern on ESPNU on Saturday. And then Cincinnati and Clemson. That's Sunday, 3 p.m. on ESPN, 3 p.m. Eastern time. Jizzle James added to their roster, has been already added. What are your thoughts on that? What does he come and bring Wes Miller's team?
Well, that's their best player. I mean, when you look at Baba Miller, when you look at Dede Thomas, Kirk Kriisa, when you look at these guys, right? Jizzle James is the lead guard. He comes in and instantly becomes your go-to player because he's that level of good. And that's where he was last year. He started off the season hot, ended the season hot, and he was going to be one of the most sought-after transfer players in the portal, but chose to stay at Cincinnati. This is a high-level guard who we're looking to make a jump. And when I say a jump, I mean second team all Big 12 or potentially first team all Big 12, which will be extremely tough.
Yeah.
But that was that was the trajectory that he was on based on how he got better every single year.